Hey everybody, and welcome to South African Homesteader. My name is Heiria, and today I am going to be showing you how I transplant my seedlings into foam cups using a chopstick to pierce holes for drainage at the bottom. And what I do is I pierce 2 holes in each cup. So I've done this before. I prepared all the cups and I did that yesterday, so today we will be potting. So I take all my cups and I place it on a tray. All the cups have been pierced for drainage holes. Okay, so those are all the cups on a tray. Then I prepare the soil. So what I've used is pre-bought potting soil, and I've put some eggshells which I've crushed into the potting soil. Right, I've made it quite fine, and then I work it through. So the potting soil must be a nice consistency, not too wet. You can sort of push it into a bowl. And I also use some banana peels which I have cut into smaller pieces. Right, I've cut them all up, and then I mix with my water. I mix the Seagrow, which is a liquid fertilizer and it's an organic product. So I mix the Seagrow at half strength, because these are tiny plants that we're going to be transplanting. That is just a piece of the eggshell that I've seen, so I'm crushing it a little bit finer, and I mix everything through. Right, there's the ball. So if you see, it should clump together and then crumble back out of your hands. Then I add some perlite. Now the perlite is it helps with water retention, and it helps with also making the soil a lot lighter, so that it doesn't have, so because the roots are quite young, so that it's not difficult for the roots to find their way down. So I add my perlite, and then I mix the perlite through the soil, and you'll see as I mix it, you'll see how the consistency of the soil starts to get light, fluffier, almost like fluffier. So once the perlite is nicely mixed through, you can see that it changes. Soil consistency becomes a little bit lighter, and it feels perfect. Okay, now once I'm happy that the soil is exactly the consistency that I want it to be, right, because to me the soil is the most important part. If the soil shouldn't be too wet, it shouldn't be too dry, and like I said, the perlite helps with that. Then I start and I put a little bit of the mixture into one of these cups, right? So after I put the mixture into the cup, I take some of the banana peels and I add it to the bottom. Now the banana peels is very high and rich in potassium, so it's very good for a tomato plant, especially because these are the tomato plants that I'm transplanting. I then add more soil. So the banana peels are extremely rich in potassium, and manganese in the banana peels also helps with photosynthesis. Now they also contain calcium, and the calcium is good for the prevention of blossom end rot. And talking about blossom end rot, that is one of the reasons why I put the eggshells in there, because the eggshells also contain calcium, which also helps with a moisture intake, and then also, most importantly, also helps in the prevention of blossom end rot. Okay, so now I make a hole in each of the cups in the soil before I remove the seedling from my seedling tray, and then gently just pull on the seedling, and as you can see, that's actually 2 seedlings which I will now separate Some people pinch off the one. I prefer to just separate the two, and then I get two plants. So I'm separating it, and there you see the one, and here we go, and we have both seedlings separated and none of the roots are injured. So then I take my cup and I push the seedling into the hole that I've made, and then I just press it down a little bit so that the roots make contact with the soil. Okay, and there we go, all safe and sound in its new home. And then I will do exactly the same with the other little seedling. I will put it in the hole and I will push it down. I will push down the soil, and then I will have two little tomato plants. Okay, press it down, and there we go. Here's my two tomato plants. So okay, I follow the process with all of these, and then the next morning I had all of my little seedlings potted up in my foam cups and some in toilet roll containers. It doesn't have to be expensive, so you can use any cup. The toilet roll holders you can just put directly into the soil.
These are peppers.
It will break down and
These are my pepper
assist in the management of the soil. So these my little tomato plants all potted up, and yes, that is how I transplant my seedlings into small, bigger little containers. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget that the best way you can support this initiative is to subscribe to the channel and share it on all your social media platforms. It would mean so much to me. So till next time, I thank you, and may Allah bless you abundantly, inshallah. From me, Haria, until next time.